All right, we're going to try this one last time for today and see if we can get anything. The 3% rule is being 3% smarter than what you're trying to operate, and I am way behind the curve. Let's see if we get our chat working now. We don't get it working this time, we're going to delete it and give up. Come on, Vester, give me some feedback, buddy.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, we got chat. Or do we have a problem, Houston? I got two people up. Good morning, Southernmost. Oh, there's Vester. I finally figured out what happened with Matt Dillon and Miss Kitty on Gunsmoke. Vester slipped in there and stole her away. Anyway, if everybody hadn't already started doing this right here, I feel for you. I looked up this can on Amazon and eBay, and this can of beef is going for probably $10 plus per can. So, been talking to Vester, my buddy, this morning on the phone. It's in here with us now. What are we going to do? If you hadn't already done something, what are we going to do? Seems like that now that China and Russia have decided to cut off the supply of urethra, or however you pronounce the word, for the DEF additive for diesel, we're going to be in a world of hurt. So how long are the diesel trucks going to run to bring groceries to the store? And you get beyond that, how long are we going to have diesel to run the ships and all the equipment to unload the ships that run off diesel? Yeah, Bester, I know we better hurry up and stock up. I've been trying, but you know, charge on my chair only goes so far. I've already forewarned my person this morning that she was going to be going to the store. Well, we're showing 3 people. Maybe somebody else will come in. Absolutely right, Southernmost. That was why I was going to get into that too. I mean, you can't get diesel to the farmers. You can't get diesel to the, in the trucks to get the jet fuel or whatever to the airports, so on and so forth. I mean, and we shipped out large quantities of our fuel to foreign countries when most all of our military vehicles run on diesel also. So here we are handicapped on our fuel supply for our military. We're handicapped on our fuel supply for the U.S. and it all just runs downhill. Yep, there I am, Arkansas. Man, good to see you on here. I'm sorry I've been MIA, but you must be on getting ready to go on lunch break today. Hadn't seen you saying much, or I've been unsubscribed from you. Yeah, Bester just reminded me that most of our stores now only have about a 3-day supply of food before they expect another truck to come in and get anything in the stores. So, I see what it is. You've been staying hid too, Arkansas. I understand. Have we had any new revelations? I understand days. My daughter works nights. Yeah, when you go back to sleep, sleep good. It's raining down here. It's been pretty good sleeping weather. Yeah, Vester, I think Arkansas has been up there hiding out.
Yeah. It must be.
Yeah. Arkansas, you know Vester's all right. He just got done eating. I hope everybody else has gotten their stores up, gotten some wheat or flour, and we only have that supposed, what was it, a 70-day supply of flour. Hey, lady. So, I mean, I guess what they were saying, everything they've been saying is we've got 70 days. So that's the 6 to 10 weeks that we have to do whatever else we need to be doing. Oh, well, we know where all the wheat went now. Around Arkansas, he got it all.
Yeah, I've been hearing people say there's plenty out west growing, and the grain elevators are full. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't either. Yeah, 7 days is enough, but we're having so much rain in the south. Down here in Alabama and Mississippi, it'll wash away before it grow. You about got to have it under roof. About need a greenhouse almost. We're having so much rain. I mean, it's either one or the other. I had somebody real close to me this morning wake up and she realized what I'd been telling her for months. And she was like, "Oh, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay." And she's a she has real strong faith. But you know that old joke, the man that went to heaven kept saying that in the flood that God would save him, and a boat had come by, and he'd say, "No, God's going to save me." When he got to heaven, they told him, said, "Well," he said, "God, why didn't you save me?" He said, "Well, I sent somebody by 3 times, and you told them no all 3 times, so I did all I could do." So people waking up now, I think the majority of us have done all we can do. I mean, we've all done what we could do as far as preparing, but we can't take care of everybody. it's about to be some hard times and turning people away. And I really hate to be that way, but it's looking like it. Oh, Vester's way ahead of you. He's got taters. Vester's got taters coming up where he didn't even plant taters.
That's right. I hope I got enough to last me the winter.
Wow, 40 degrees. That would actually feel pretty good.
Yeah. It's supposed to be 70 here today in Virginia.
Yeah, it's going to be high 70s in Alabama. Everywhere he can grow it, huh? That's pretty good, Arkansas. That's a good thing. That would be called a guerrilla farm, I believe. Just plant seeds and let it grow where it may. Or guerrilla gardening.
I gotta love that too.
I'm just steadily going over holes in my stuff, trying to see what I lack and where I can sure up.
Yeah, I gotta replant some stuff. Birds and squirrels got things. Yes, sir, Arkansas living. They sure are expensive.
I had a buddy down here that talked about somebody bought a big Massey Ferguson that was not very old, and the guy was just trying to get out from under it. I think it was worth, on up over probably 20,000 or more used, and I think he ended up buying it for like 11,000. I don't know exactly what the horsepower was on it, but I'm sure it was above, probably. I'm gonna guess somewhere around 100. But it was a big tractor. Hey, you can't hardly kill those 8 ends.
Yeah, I missed my weight in.
My dad had a 601 Workmaster. That was a good tractor. I wished I wouldn't have been dumb and sold it. Well, Arkansas, if you bought up you only got the one feed store close to you. If you bought up all their wheat and they didn't restock, I've got well over 100 pounds of flour put up, so I don't know how long that'll last. Hopefully, it'll last a good while.
Yeah, I got somewhere around that much. start buying more oats. It's a lot more nutrition.
Yeah, I know it takes a lot of flour to make bread. I never broke it down, but I saw somebody say that pretty much one loaf of bread a week, 100 pounds would last you for a year, I think, was what I saw. Yeah, I need more oats too. I know that's one thing I'm low on. Yeah, milk chocolate would have dairy in it. Oh, maybe not.
Got to use them brown cows.
Yeah. Maybe hitting up the Dollar Tree and getting some of that shelf stable milk. Oh, excuse me, not the Dollar Tree, the $1.25 tree. For long it'll be called the deuce and a quarter tree. Well, you better be getting the almond milk or something, lady. They have almond milk and all that.
Yeah, they got the lactose-free milk too. That's what me and my son use.
I broke it down to my daughter the other day about how many cans of something. Well, you can have it, it's just not in large quantities.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, things ain't looking good. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got to get some butane gas filled up. Yeah, that's true. So I'm sure that Sam's and a lot of these places are fixing to just be absolutely overrun. But we all look at it, saying the diesel fuel stuff, but it goes further than that. When the diesel fuel goes, then people can't get to work, can't get the product out, can't get product to them. It's just going to be a COVID scenario, the virus scenario all over again. Well, see there, lady, you got it made. You know what's going on. You got a ready-made pantry. Yeah, Vester's ahead of the game. He's got solar. I don't have any solar.
I'm working on it. I ain't got a lot, but getting there.
Well, anything above a solar battery pack that I've got to charge phones is more than, you know, you've got way more than I do. Well, that's good that international shipping is halting. Are you talking about coming in or going out, lady? If it's going out, that's good. It's time we take care of it home before we start taking care of everybody else.
Yeah, they seem to be shipping out everything, but not shipping nothing in.
Yeah, if they're shipping around domestically, they're shifting food stores. That's good information to know, especially if you know where it's going.
Yeah.
Has anybody else other than Investor and I done any research on any of this, what's going on about heard anything on the fuel shortages or any of it? Past getting our information from Pinball or I got it off of about the diesel this morning about the CEO of Flying J Truck Stops was saying that about the diesel fuel shortage coming up. So that's not just the YouTube rumor mill or Facebook rumor mill going there. And all the potato was worried about was police reform. I also did notice that
don't hear him say nothing about shortages. That's not nothing like that.
that's not good, Arkansas. But yep, that thought I had just yeah, plus the baby food shortage there for a little while. Everybody was saying, well, go on Amazon and look it up and go to Canada and order it from Canada. Well, that didn't take long, and they've shut that down. That you can't order baby formula out of Canada now.
Yeah, I seen something about Mexico was overstocked with the baby formula.
Well, I know why, because they all been coming across the border. They don't need it down there anymore.
Got that right.
That's why we don't have any here. Yeah, well, people are going to make their own or need to make their own, period. I have two people in my life they're both healthcare professionals, and yeah, they both say the same thing. The Karo syrup and pet milk. It was many a child that was raised on that, and when they get big enough to eat, they can eat whatever's on the table. It just has to be mashed up instead of jarred baby food.
Yeah. But
They better get a goat. I've seen more people buying chickens and buying chicken coops here lately than I've ever seen before. I knew there was something wrong with that boy Vester.
Hey,
I saw where one lady was renting out a chicken tractor with like, I want to say 6 hens in it, or 8, or whatever it was, and she'd lease it out to them for 6 months, and she'd go by and take care of, would supply the feed and everything for them for 6 months, and all they had to do was collect the eggs, and then she'd go back and pick them up. I'd lose my chickens, my chicken tractor, and everything else, because they'd either let my chickens get killed or sell them off to somebody, would be my luck. Although, of course, I've got a coop and no chickens, so. Yeah, that's right, Vivian. That's what I was saying. It didn't hurt anybody. Oh, with Point Arkansas was so, she said that people could have their own farm fresh eggs. She felt like everybody deserved to have farm fresh eggs. I'm like, well, why in the world won't you just sell the egg? You know, trust me, I don't understand. It's just something I saw. Right now, if you got the ability, whether uh, your city regulations or whatever allow it, I think everybody ought to have them a couple of chickens stuck in the backyard. You know, we think that, lady, that things are going to suck, but you know, maybe not. I mean, it may be a little bit harder on stuff, but a lot of us may make things a little simpler. May be harder. Yeah, for those who haven't prepared, it's definitely going to. Like I say, if you're going to be stupid, you better be tough. I'm not saying I'm smart, but I'm about as tough as a marshmallow. That's right, Arkansas. I mean, I know you are, Vester is, I am. You know, good Lord's got us, but He also gave us sense enough to know what we're doing and how to do. So that's right, Southernmost. I'm like you, Arkansas. I'm at peace with it, but I'm not saying that. See, there you go. You're gonna already. We got to talk about it later. You're gonna go eat. Vester's been eating. Yeah, I don't blame you for going to eat on your lunch break. You gotta have them few minutes to yourself. Well, you can't stay here if you didn't bring enough for everybody. You know how that is. If you don't bring enough for everybody, you can't just have it in front of everybody. You gotta share it. I don't know if that banana would go that far or not. I mean, you already seen they've been when I was talking about the baby formula, they've started putting the baby formula in behind locked cases. So that means people were stealing the baby formula. So, you know, that's bad enough. But when all the other food stores and stuff come about, how bad people gonna get over food then? Well, I live in the South. I don't think it's well. I live in the South and too. I hadn't had a baby for over 25 years, so I wouldn't remember. Yeah, I know it depends on locations, but most of a lot of Alabama and Mississippi are we got a lot of hood. I don't know. I think they should have been giving them condoms away to stop some of that baby formula.
That's for sure.
Yes, I noticed the connection, Vivian. I did. But all these shortages, Vester and I were talking about it earlier, is just, I guess it's not a good word, but some of the people, you know, you got people in nursing homes and everything else. I've been hearing about problems getting food for nursing homes, problems getting IV bags, problems getting IV tubing. Um, as far as medical supplies go, people are starting to, talk more about the antibiotics and well, I don't think a machete would be too hard to come by, would it? You ought to have a Tractor Supply or something close. I bought a couple of Kukri machetes from Tractor Supply a few years ago.
Yeah, River's got a couple of those.
The ones I got are pretty decent steel in them. They're not the best, but they're not flimsy. They're quite heavy blades, but I hadn't attempted to put any type of edge on them or anything.
Yeah.
So they work pretty well for that. Oh goodness. Arkansas is gonna need stitches. Hey, you never know when you're gonna need it, Arkansas. That's true. You gotta keep it in there.
Keep my sub 2000 folded up behind the seat.
Well, you need one in your pocket too, lady. Mm.
Yeah, I don't know about that protection shield thing.
I don't either. I think the best protection there is just kill the juice to it. Disconnect your battery if you're worried about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, if the fuel situation's the way it is, it's not going to make much difference about your car anyway.
That's definitely for sure.
I'm gonna have to find me a Shetland pony and some rigging and strap one to my wheelchair where I can get and pull me around. Have me a chariot. Put a chariot on it and everything else, and I'll be good to go.
I have to get real mules so y'all get along.
No, I'd be more stubborn than the mule. I think investors trying to say I'm a jackass. Well, I've done a lot of work on cars there in Arkansas, and I feel like disconnecting the battery, if you're killing the juice, I mean, that's the way EMP is going to work. But I know it's electromagnetic, whatever, pulse, magnetic pulse. Well, Vivian, you don't necessarily have to go with a V8 van. I mean, you can get one of the minivan types unless you just want to go with a big van. That's pretty good if it only went 11 cents. Down here in the South, it's been jumping 20, 25 cents. Well, free is good. I would go with free. Free is a lot better than a note.
Bugs eating all my taters.
Is that what you're calling them now, Vester?
Yep, yep. Yeah, I'm like Arkansas 11. I just don't see how it could work fast enough.
Yeah. The only way I think it would work is if it had a computer brain or whatever, your ignition module in the distributor, something like that, that you could, that one part shield it to keep it from. Might work. Then, of course, you can always go back to something that's for 1974, 3, in that range right there. That's not electronic ignition. It's just a points ignition. And you're good to go that way.
Yeah, I've got a 94 Ranger and I got an extra computer for it. So
that's what I was saying. You'd have to have the extra. I'm just out of luck. I don't have anything on that. I mean, but if it affects all electronics, it could affect an electric fuel pump and everything else. So
yeah, it's
that's a good idea, Arkansas. But on 95, did it? I know it has an electric. I had a 95, but and I know it's got the area on the block that was cast in the block for a fuel pump. But is it milled out to accept the fuel pump and got a plate over it, or would it be to where you had to drill it out where you could put the fuel pump rod in it and all that?
yeah, some of the older ones they just put a plate over it.
Some of them they did, yeah. Okay. Well, if it's got a plate, that's what I was asking. I wasn't sure on 95. I've built one or 100 of them V8s, so. Most of the ones I built, I wouldn't want now trying to drive them. You couldn't go here to the corner for $100 with it.
said, I don't think it's going to matter. There ain't been no fuel or anything anyway.
Not unless you're gonna run it on methanol.
She make moonshine.
Exactly. You can undercoat it, Vivian. But if it's already, you need to check it and make sure it didn't have any rust or anything started. Well, the oil and tires will be around for a little while, but you know, the gas thing's the problem. All right, we got somebody else new. Hey, Heroic. That's the reason I say if you go to a carburetor and moonshine fuel.
Yeah, I'm trying to stock all through the can, but on my budget, it's hard to do.
Yeah, I know that feeling, Buster.
Getting there slowly but surely.
Y'all have to forgive my bulldog for these sound effects over here. I can't find anything to throw at him.
I got a big beagle sitting here, same problem.
Yeah, lady, it could be over in moments. If the potato mashes the button, it sure could.
Oh.
Has anybody learned any new skills lately? I've learned how to pressure can using my new smart canner from, well, it's a Nesco, but that's not the name it's on. It's a Carry, I think. I'm liking it pretty well.
You've been doing good with the can?
Yeah, I slacked up though. I got to get back started. Now you better hang on to that banana. You may want it for supper. Well, Vivian, that's the reason I got this little Carry or Nesco. It'll do 5 pints or 4 quarts, and it's pretty easy. It's automatic. So now I do have an All-American canner, but I have not tackled it as of yet. I don't even pressure can ghee. It does well enough doing it hot. The longest jar I have is over a year doing it. So I know it was good. Yeah. You pull all the milk solids off of it when you melt it down. Well, like so many of us being on here right now, YouTube, Vivian is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to stuff like pressure canning.
Yeah, just get your ball cannon book. It tells you all you need to know.
Yeah. I've done hamburger, I've done chicken, I've done sausage. There's something else in the mix there somewhere. I did some red beans and sausage, but that didn't last long. My daughter didn't let that make it very long.
Yeah, I need to do some myself, but I'm running out of room.
You're just gonna have to add on, pull another trailer in beside yours or something.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Yeah, lady, just remember that 75 minutes for pints and what is it, 90 minutes for quarts, I think. I know it's 75 minutes on the chicken for pints.
And pressure depends on where your elevator.
Yeah. I'm not sure where lady lives. I won't say she lives. Don't you live like in Ohio or?
Out here in Virginia, it's 15 pounds.
10 down here in the lowlands. Minnesota, okay. Yeah, I guess it would still be in the 40s up there.
They probably still got snow.
Yeah. Oh no, you'll remember it easier than that. Good idea, but you should be able to remember it easier than that. That's what I started explaining to my daughter the other day. She said I had enough canning jars. I said, well, you think about how many cans of any kind of canned food that you open up to make a meal out of, and then you multiply that times 365 days, and that's how many jars you need. She looked at me and told me we didn't have enough jars. I said, I know exactly. Hey, if you've done it once, that's more than a beginner.
I kind of like that 7 meals thing. Come up with 7 different meals.
Yeah, that's a real good thing to figure out 7 different meals to rotate, and then you know you've got some type of menu to go by.
Yeah.
Instead of going, oh, I got beans and rice. Yeah, Vivian, those bills are tough. But most places you can't live in a house without running water.
What I like about the 7 meals plans, come up with 7 meals, like spaghetti. Take spaghetti sauce and spaghetti. Easy to fix. Don't take long, so you don't use that much fuel or
Right.
just whatever. Or you cook it out on the fire or whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
On gas bill double last month.
Yeah, that would hurt bad. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna try to get me that adapter for my little Blackstone, or get the adapter to be able to fill up the little green ones. Yeah, a ton, everything has gone up, Vivian. Yeah, that's what I was saying a while ago, that I showed this canned beef. It's gone outrageous.
I stock up more on the canned chicken at Walmart than I do everything.
Yeah, that Goya brand is high if you get it at the grocery store. My FedEx lady loves me, ordering from Walmart.com and Sam's and stuff.
I went the other day and 4 packs of the canned chicken breast Walmart brand was 9 something for 4 pack.
I think it's cheaper if you order it online, Investor.
Is it?
Yep. Yeah, dollar store, Dollar Tree, it's $1.25 tree now, Vivian.
Yeah, I say they'll be going out of business or
Dollar Tree.
yeah, I'd say before long they will be going out of business or changing their prices.
Yeah, I think Dollar Tree liable to be the deuce-and-a-quarter tree for long. That's all like the canned hams. I know I turned Investor on, or was telling Investor about them, that put him onto them, that whatever the name brand of the little canned hams at the dollar store, them darn things is bringing $18 on.
Yeah, I was looking at canned meats last night online. That is ridiculous the prices. Something like $13 for a 12-ounce can of beef.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Think about hitting the credit card and going to Walmart and getting what they got left, $3 and something.
You're not the only one, Buster. I was just actually sitting there thinking about that. They still got the roast beef at Walmart. Oh, you're right. It's $4.98 for a 4-pack, even online. It used to be $7 for the bigger one. Vivian, you may not like tuna, but it's still not too bad. 4 cans of great values, $2.98.
It's bread and butter, pickles, mayonnaise, and pepper with it. It's good.
That's right. Yeah, I like garage sales too. I can get to them.
Yeah. Yeah, there should be a bunch out this weekend.
Yeah, I saw something on that lady that, but if you look, somebody said you check the weight on the chicken, the Sam's brand, and then you check the Walmart brand, that the Walmart brand is actually more weight for the money. Now, that said, I don't know if it's water weight or not, but just saying. Something to think about, something to look at.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. The same Keystone beef that I looked at, ground beef, like I just showed on here. I was going through here looking at some stuff on Walmart.com, and a 28-ounce can of ground beef is $47.
Yeah.
I need somebody to go in on half a cow with me.
Yeah,
I got access to a half a cow, or to a cow.
Yeah, I do too, but I ain't got the room for it. I'll have to clean up everything in my freezer now, then buy one.
Nah, baby, you're not gonna have roadside soup kitchens. That's what we've prepared for. Stay out of the soup kitchen.
I think she said she's going to have one.
Oh, she said we're all gonna have one. Okay. All right, lady. Have a good rest of your day. Glad you stopped in. Sorry I've been MIA. Y'all hold what you got just a second. I gotta make sure my bulldog can't get out. Well, that was a close call.
Trying to get out on you.
No, FedEx lady showed up with something, and they will bail out the door in a minute when a car comes up the driveway. I leave my door cracked open where they can go in and out. I don't have to worry with them.
Yeah. Hey, get me a glass of sweet tea.
That's bad for you, Vester.
Yeah.
Of course, it's bad for everybody else if I don't have it.
Sweet in it.
Well, how bad is it gonna have to get for everybody to eat sardines? I think I'll eat grass first. Or go catch some shad in the river or something.
That's always something.
Tree bark or something before I eat sardines.
Don't like sardine?
Negative. That's worse than boiled okra. That's just too slick and slimy for me.
I get strong with in the Louisiana hot sauce. Pretty good.
That bottle got too little a hole on it. Vivian, if you check, you may find somebody up there in your area that you could possibly buy half a beef from or a quarter, or if you're close to a Tractor Supply or something, they may have something on their bulletin board about it. If you got room enough in the freezer to put it.
Arkansas live and done left us.
I guess so. I guess about everybody's gone. We're still showing 5, but
Showing 6 on myself.
well, you're an overachiever. Right. That's right, Vivian. Somebody, if nothing else, you can ask them. They may know somebody that does that. Well, honestly, there's no reason for us to have $10 a gallon gas from the Keystone Pipeline. If that wasn't closed, and then they're doing all these oil and gas leases they're blocking. And we've got enough oil in the ground in reserve for 200 years for the United States. At the current consumption rate.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bull crap.
Woo, 49 miles away. I believe I'd be doing some phone calls, Vivian. Call up the Tractor Supply and the feed stores and ask them.
Yeah, and also you can ask on Marketplace.
Yeah, you might ask on Marketplace. And depending on where you're at, if you can look in your, see if there's something like a cattle sale barn or something to that effect.
Yeah, we have a little trade times paper they sell in the convenience stores here. Everybody tells ads for whatever. Ready to do something, I just don't know what to.
I'm sure you got some farmers somewhere around you, Vivian.
Where she live, Missouri.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. That used to be that was almost like stockyards in Texas.
Yeah. It shouldn't have any trouble finding one, does there?
How far are you from Cuba, Missouri? Vivian? I looked up livestock auctions, which there's interstate livestock, a Fruitland livestock, and a Unionville.
The interstate must be everywhere. I've seen one of them down here.
Oh, okay, that's a day. Let's see. There's a livestock market. There's a bunch of them in your area. I mean, I just don't know, actually what's close to you other than best being St. Louis. So
Yeah, saying she being close to Boeing.
Yeah. Well, there's a ton of them around there, so she shouldn't have much trouble finding one. Maybe that'll help knowing, Vivian, that there's some there. They're close. They're not that far away. Well, that probably, I don't think chitlins have to be, necessarily considered ghetto, but I don't eat them.
I used to raise hogs.
My dad loved chitlins.
It was funny. Every time I'd go to kill a hog, I don't know how they knew, but people would come nowhere.
The sheriff I worked for said a termite will eat the whole house, but he won't eat the plumbing.
All right.
Hey, you live in Missouri, Vivian. People down here in Mississippi and Alabama, they so tight with meat, they won't even let the squeal get away. Sure.
I wish they'd let you send pictures on the live chat.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Just don't be sending nothing to get a knot put on my head by my girlfriend. She's not but 5 foot tall, but she's mean.
But say she still got 5 Western.
Yeah, when it comes to flight stuff, I don't know if y'all ever looked, but Monkey Works on YouTube, he follows all the stuff that's going on with flights.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you'll be nice. I don't need to get in trouble. I handle all that on my own. I get in trouble easy enough by myself. I can't fuss. She don't get mad at me.
There's an app that shows you all the planes all over the world.
I think he uses that app, but But he delves a little bit deeper into it and all that. You've looked at Monkey Works.
I think he's the one that told me about that. I've got it on my phone.
Yeah, talking about Flashbang. Yeah, that sounds about right, Vivian. Everybody can't be like Vester, all that twisted steel and sex appeal.
Yeah, fell out of that wheelchair and hit your head.
No, I bumped my head, but I ain't fell out of the wheelchair. Well, go get your kids, Vivian. Good to talk to you. They'll be glad it's summertime. They'll be ready to go do something.
Have a great day.
Baseball or something. Yeah, we've been on here for about an hour and a half. It's about time to get going. It's running a little bit long.
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's right. Bye, Vivian. You have a good day. All right, everybody. I'm gonna cut it off here, and
Y'all have a good day. I enjoyed the chat.
just if there's anything I can help you with, let me know. Send me an email, whatever. And maybe I'm not always grumpy. Today was a better day. Y'all have a great day. Talk to y'all later.